What's
So
that? Older people used to, like my grandma, I can't remember how to say, but something about when two people was arguing, you can't tell which one is the fool from the distance. They both look like fools.
they both look
Right.
like fools. I heard that saying before.
Yeah, so
Sometimes
you are,
best to be quiet.
you
Yeah.
are when other people watching you taking their role on. So no, I can't do that.
Yep. No, I like that. So with all this mixing and mingling with people in our lives and relationships and whatnot, let's get into soul ties. So I'm trying to. What's y'all take on soul ties and what is it? You know what I'm saying? What it means to you? Because all the people I talk to, everybody got a different spin on it.
It's hard to shake. I think it's just hard to shake. Sometimes you can shake things and it be like whatever. When you notice you can't shake it, no matter what you do, you hate them and you still can't shake them. You over them and you still can't shake them. You moved on, you still can't.
So is it more of a negative soul tie, like that it's toxic, or because it's two sides to soul ties. You got the positive and the negative. So you trying to shake somebody because they are just bad for you, or the situation just ain't right. Like,
or you could just trying to shake somebody because you're not right. And you have traumas that you need to face and heal before you're able to receive love. A lot of times people are not bad people. They just they don't know how to receive love because all they've gotten is bullshit. So when you I look at the picture, I look at her picture behind her, and you see how those roots from the top connect to the bottom.
Appreciate the link.
The roots from the bottom connect to the top.
Vanna Black.
Yeah, I was about to call you Vanna Black. You all in my head. I like that.
So that's what a soul tie is. Once you connect your mind, your body, and your spirit, once you align with someone else's mind, body, and spirit, even if it's for a second, once you create that connection.
But I dig it.
I don't feel all soul ties have to be physical.
Boom. Because you can have a connection without the actual act, the sexual act. You can have a soul tie. Because we've all met people, and he's like, "Damn, it's something about that person. Like the energy is there, and then we just connect. Like it's a connection. I'm like everybody got a friend or somebody just. I mess with them real tough, and you know what I'm saying.
I think the energy gotta be exchanged in some form or fashion, because you have to connect for the tie to happen. You gotta connect.
And there's some type of energy exchange, but it doesn't have to be physical. It could be a verbal conversation.
Right. So how do you get the mind, body, and soul to form the tie if there is no physical? And maybe this is a coachable moment for me because I really want to hear.
Because this is a different connection. When you connect on that spiritual spectrum, you are intertwined with all three.
And some people higher
level of. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen.
No, you can finish. My bad.
It's a higher level of connection. It's where you overstand.
And it's also. Go ahead.
Some people like myself. There's a lot of sapiosexuals out there that I will connect to you faster mentally than I will if we just sexual. Like sexual don't necessarily make me connect with you. But if you can stimulate my mental space, if I'm able to talk to you, that can definitely do it. So I guess it depends on, like they say, I guess the connection or but I've
exchange.
I haven't had that many soul ties, and they was all.
I think we confuse. I think we get confused when we go into the sexual realm that, I'm connected to this person, because a lot of people don't understand transfer energy, where it can be a soul tie because that person just transfers something in you. They're negative, their traumas, their hurts, they're good, they're bad, all that just transferred in you because y'all had sex. and you thinking, "Ooh, I'm thinking about this person, and I feel this person." Yeah, because they just gave you something. Not, you know what I'm saying?
That's a sexually transmitted demon. STD.
Exactly.
And do you know? Right, but do you know your womb space? It manifests the dis-ease, trichomoniasis, all of that. Trichomoniasis is more so less one of them things where it's 3 people, and more than likely he ain't telling you about that other woman, but trichomoniasis come because he is being dishonest to your womb, and your womb feels it, so it gives life to that dishonesty that you feel in your mind and your body and your spirit, and it manifests the dis-ease and the discomfort, because when we break down dis-eases, it's discomfort of the organs. Your womb is like the woman's first brain. She automatically knows, like that woman's intuition shit, it starts in your womb space. That's why most time women already know when they man cheat, he ain't gonna hit it how he really was hitting it.
My first brain.
I beg to differ there. I beg to differ there. I beg to differ there, because if he gonna hit it, he gonna hit it.
My stomach,
he gonna hit it.
My stomach. Even in my stomach.
Man, I feel like when I get butterflies, if I feel butterflies in my stomach, my nigga, is like, nah, move around.
Hey, somebody told me, and it made sense. They was like, if you get butterflies, that's your body sending off alarms to run. That's a red flag. You shouldn't get butterflies around somebody that's gonna be good for you. And once I thought about it, and like thought back, like, you know what? That might be true. Like you get that feeling, like the nervousness, that's your body telling
your throat and all of that. That's your body telling you, run, get away.
So that's not a good feeling to have. Like somebody say, "You give me butterflies." That's crazy.
No.
That's your body scared. It's reacting to that.
It all depends on. I think it all depends on the viewpoint. They're taking it from a place of, I guess, horror.
Pain.
And it could be a sense of excitement as well. It could be that you've been in a relationship that has been mundane, and you've connected with this new individual, and they make you feel alive and want more and want to do more. Whereas with that other connection, it was just, hey, we wake up, we go to work, we come home, we eat, we go to sleep. You know what I mean? This new connection.
No, you got it, bro. I'm curious to know what are people feeling when they meet somebody new and they got all these feelings and this rush of emotions? Because based on what y'all just said, when you meet somebody new, you should be running the opposite direction because they gave you butterflies. They made you feel.
As an adult, have you felt butterflies? As an adult?
Yeah, after I eat cheese.
What?
After what?
After I eat cheese, I feel a whole lot of stuff. I got to go.
Because that's your body telling you don't need that. That's your body telling you to run. Leave that alone. Run to the toilet.
I had butterflies since I was young and naive.
Hello?
Oh, it's a no, because
I would love to have them. Like everybody wants that, but that's what they say. I've heard that, you know.
So you never been around a man or a woman, and they just look, and you like, ooh, damn, they fine, and they don't give you butterflies. Like
it get hot. It get hot.
That's butterflies.
No, and when I get anxious and excited, I have to pee. I be like a dog. I be like, oh, I need to go pee. Let me.
So is
girl, we ain't gonna do nothing tonight.
Hey. But let me find out you know about that little prairie dog.
Like C said, I'm a sapiosexual, so he started talking about some
ancient
science, and he started talking about, man, listen, he started talking about some comedic science, and he started talking about alternate realities and stuff like that. I'm gonna be like,
just fall out of his lap.
My mom gonna be down there like, hey, tell him I'm down here. Tell him to come say that to my bed.
Or come say it with
me. You don't know what to do with that. I do.
Come say it with your
face. Pass out right there.
Tell him come say it with his chest down here.
I'm here.
Baby, what's up?
Yeah,
I walked into that one. I ain't know what.
Yeah, you did. You walked all into some big. So what we talking about?
Hey now.
We talking about
hello. Sorry about the tardiness.
Black people. We're gonna.
I did one time for the good time.
One time for the one time. So what we talking about is soul ties. And it's the negative and positive to it. Lord Jesus. I'm not. This ain't love connection.
I felt all the energy. It got hot. I was looking at her.
Got a little warm.
I felt all the energy come through. Like, what the hell?
Did she look down and go, "Not right now, girl. Stop.
Not right now,
girl. Wait, we on camera.
Right now.
We on camera. Wait.
Oh, fine. She down there like, help me. Help me.
Y'all, if y'all hear some purring, y'all hear some purring and some meowing, we know where it's coming from.
That's why I'm about to cancel my gym membership right there.
No.
That's why I'm about to cancel my gym membership.
Stay in the gym. Get it out.
I'm gonna work out at home. I'm gonna work out at home.
That is the best workout.
Oh, like I had said, we're discussing soul ties in Juju's cat.
No, I ain't getting to that conversation.
Get into the conversation, sir.
I mean, we need you. Look, we need you.
We need somebody righteous to come through and save us.
I have a different perspective on soul ties. So
speak on it, sir. We want to hear from the biblical standpoint. Because I understand it's in soul ties is in the Bible.
So, okay, here's the thing with soul ties. And this is what I always hear from people about soul ties. They always talk about soul ties on the insertion. So they always talk about how soul ties happen when a man enters a woman. And that causes that soul tie to happen. But this is what I've heard. And I'll be like, wait a minute. Soul ties don't just work like that. They don't just enter, they exit. So when life is brought out, there are soul ties to the kids when stuff like that happens. And so when I step back and I watch a lot of stuff that happens, I don't just look at like, oh, who they been messing with. But I also look at, I go back generationally and like, where did it come from? Because soul ties are not just on the insertion, it's also on the exit. So you got to watch soul ties. Soul ties is a little bit more complicated than what we make it. Like, oh, it's who you sleeping with. No, it is who you sleeping with, but who you sleeping with also it comes out on the generations that come after you.
That could like play a part in generational curses or not.
Yep.
Generational.
You gotta watch that on generational curses, but you also gotta watch that on stuff when I hear people say, I'm born a certain way. Yes, you are, but that's not who you are. It's a soul tie to you that causes you to come from some of the stuff you come from. And you gotta watch that because you can break that. And it's not always, but we think that it's always who I'm gonna be. And like, that's not always who you are gonna be. It's just you gotta recognize that's a soul tie to that. Like when I see like women who or men who hate other men or hate when they see other men being successful, that may come from the fact that their mother was so scarred by men that soul tied to them is like, you just have a disdain for men and you don't know where the hell it come from. Like, why do I not like seeing other men being successful? And so you got to stop and realize like, oh snap, there may be a soul tie, or it may be in the reverse. So like, I just can't stand, you know what I'm saying, what it mean to be a man because a woman has been hurt so many times by a man that when she pushes a man out, he be like, I don't know why I just can't stand what it mean to be a man. So I don't want to be a man.
And I get that. I can get beside that because like every emotion that the woman feels while she is creating that life is going into that baby's DNA.
Talk that talk.
It's right. Going into that baby's DNA. So as the mom is not healing her traumas, it's transferring into the baby as she's creating the soul that is growing inside of her. So now I can see how it cannot be just a physical thing. It could more so be you came here with that soul tie to a past life, to a trauma from a past life. And it could have been from the mama's mama that never healed it. And it kept, being passed down, like how slavery has made Black people feel like we have to do something. We have to go through something to earn wealth, or